Go to Manufacturing Orders under the Manufacturing module in the left sidebar and click on the Add button on the top. In the Add Manufacturing Order page, select the product or product variation. After selecting the product or variant product in the manufacturing order, the system automatically fills the corresponding BOM in the Bills of Material field. Depending on the selected product or variant product, there are appropriate components. Enter the quantity to be produced in the quantity field. The number of components to be used is also changed. Select a suitable BOM in the Bills of Material field if the selected product or product variant has multiple BOMs. Enter the deadline and plan from for this manufacturing order. Choose a responsible person if necessary. In the Miscellaneous tab, select the warehouse to get components for production at the Warehouse Components field. If no warehouse is selected, the component is taken from all the warehouses until the quantity is full. Select a warehouse to import products after production is completed at the Finished Goods Warehouse field. Click on the Submit button. Costing tab is used to calculate the cost of labor and components. Next, click on the Mark as Todo button. The system automatically checks whether the number of components is enough for production. According to the announcement just now, we don't have enough components for production. Components with insufficient quantity have red text. So I will create a purchase request to buy more for these components. Next, go to this purchase request and approve it. Click on the Send Approval Request button. People in the approval process will receive a notification and proceed to approve this purchase request. After the purchase request has approved status, then we continue to create purchase order from this purchase request. Go to Purchase Order menu and click on the Add Purchase Order button. Select the purchase request that has just been approved, and select the desired vendor. Confirm the quantity to buy, then click Submit. Go to this purchase order detail page and send a request for approval if this purchase order is in draft status. Or if you are an admin, you can directly change the status of this purchase order to approved. If you are an employee, you will send an approval request and the relevant people will approve this purchase order. After this purchase order has been approved, continue to create a warehouse receipt at the Inventory Receiving Voucher menu of the Inventory module. Click on the Delivery Docket button. Select the purchase order that has just been approved and select the warehouse for each item in this inventory receipt. If when creating a manufacturing order, you specify that the component is taken from all the warehouses, then at this step you can choose the warehouse you want. But if the manufacturing order has specified a certain warehouse, then you must choose the warehouse that the manufacturing order has selected. Save and proceed to approve this inventory receiving voucher. I approve this inventory receiving voucher. Next, go back to the manufacturing order detail page and click the Check Availability button to check if the quantity is enough to proceed with production. If the components are in sufficient quantity for production, the text in the To Consume, Reserved, and Consumed columns will turn green and the system will mark the warehouse for these components. Use the Reversal button in the case of inventory items which were issued out of a warehouse may be sent back there even if they are non-defective items. The possible cases are as follows. The first, the case in which more quantity of item was issued by mistake. The second, the case in which anticipated failure rate was higher than the actual one. The third, the case in which a change in order occurred, e.g. a decrease in order size or stopped order. The fourth, he case in which an urgent change in plan occurred after issuing items. As you can see, this item is used as a material to produce finished products and its inventory is currently 0. Now, if I click reversal, the quantity in the reserved column of the manufacturing order will be returned to the inventory. The quantity of the logic board item in the reserved column will be 0 and the quantity of the logic board item in the inventory will be 20. Next, if I press mark as Toto, the quantity of the logic board item in the reserved column will be 20 and the quantity of the logic board item in the inventory will be 0. Next step, click on Planed button. Go to Work Orders list by click on Work Orders button. Select the work order and click View button. System redirects to Work Order Detail page. At Work Instruction tab, it shows documents uploaded from routing detail to operation. At Current Production tab, if the work order is not finished, quantity produced equals 0, quantity of finished product, whereas quantity in production equals quantity of finished product. At Time Tracking tab, record the time to make this work order. Click on Start Working button. The start time is recorded in the Start Date column of the Time Tracking tab. You can click Pause button to suspend work order. The system will record the time to stop work order and measure the execution time at the duration column. Click on the Continue Production button. The system continues to record the start time to continue this work order. If this work order has been completed, press Done. The time worked at this work order will be used to calculate labor costs. At Current Production tab, if the work order is finished, quantity produced equals quantity of finished product, whereas quantity in production equals 0. Click Next button to move to the next work order to do the same for the remaining work orders. After completing all work orders, to click Manufacturing Order button to return to Manufacturing Order Detail page. At this time, the labor cost has been calculated. Click on Mark as Done button. An inventory receiving voucher is created and automatically approved, updating the quantity of the finished product to the previously selected warehouse. Now you can update serial number for the product through the Import Serial Numbers function. This receipt voucher for the product after it has been manufactured from the manufacturing module, reference code, #mo_00027. If the product cost is 0, after successful production and import stock, the cost of product is calculated by the formula total material cost plus total labor cost. Conversely, if the product has predefined buying and selling prices, the product value will not be changed. An inventory delivery voucher for components is also automatically generated. This delivery voucher for the product used in the production module, reference code, #mo_00027. Click Close to return to the manufacturing order management screen.